Bobby Witt Jr. is having a truly elite season by pretty much any metric you can look at, even if it isn't quite as good as last year. Whether it's being on track to be worth over 7 WAR, having 44 extra base hits through 88 games, or throwing up a 131 OPS plus as an elite Gold Glove quality shortstop. But one aspect of his game that might get a little underrated is his pure base running ability. I'm not even talking about his ability to steal bases, which, by the way, he's on track for nearly 50 of those this season. No, instead, I mean purely running the bases, which he's managed to do to the tune of being worth the second most runs in this category since he made his debut in 2022 per StatCast, with the difference between him and third place finisher Trey Turner being the same as between Turner and 8th place finisher Bryson Stott. And he may have just pulled off the craziest move we've ever seen from him yesterday versus the Mariners. It was in the 7th inning of a 1-0 game when Bobby came up to the plate, facing hard-throwing reliever Carlos Vargas with 2 guys on, and he delivered, managing to flip a soft line drive in the left center field gap, scoring the go-ahead run and pushing trail runner Jonathan India to third. Witt would then, on the 1-0, manage to steal second base without a throw, putting 2 guys in scoring position for cleanup hitter Vinny Pasquantino, which was immediately followed by the hulking lefty grounding a cutter into right field, easily scoring India, with Bobby getting the wave around third. Unfortunately for him, getting beaten handedly by the throw from the outfield, yet still somehow managing to get around the tag to score. That was obviously impressive at first glance, but it's only after we look at the slow-mo here that it truly becomes a nearly otherworldly move. Look at how he starts his slide. He was going to try to touch the plate with his left hand, but then seeing the ball's in the catcher's mitt, retracts it at the last second before contorting his body away from the glove and touching the plate with his right. This is a combination of an incredibly high baseball IQ to be able to think that fast in an instant, and also a crazy feat of athleticism being able to actually make the adjustment that late. And this would prove to be a very consequential play as well, as the Mariners managed to rally in the 9th inning to score a run off of Carlos Estevez on a homer to center field from Dominic Canzone, a shot that would have tied the game if not for Witt's maneuvers. Carlos would then go on to allow a couple more base runners before managing to retire Julio Rodriguez on a strikeout, and then MVP contender Cal Raleigh on a soft ground ball to the right side, securing a much-needed win for the Royals as they look to keep pace in a crowded AL wildcard picture. Now, before I go, I also want to give a shout out here to Chase Mydroff, who, a couple games back, also pulled off one of the more intelligent slides you'll ever see, yanking his leg back at the last second to get in safely. Unfortunately, on this day, I was knee-deep in other videos, so I didn't get to cover it, but I had to give it some kind of acknowledgement for how cool it was. So I thought here, at the end of another video on sliding, would be the best place to do so. Now, thank you so much for watching, and please remember that if you ever see anything you'd like to see detailed in the Made the Cut video, whether that be a specific play, player, or narrative surrounding a team or something, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I do end up using your idea, I'll of course give you a shout out. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.